Tonight, I love Bean. He's a nice guy. Bean, you're a nice guy. 2 points.
I'm like a caregiver to Tim. I support him in just basic everyday need requirements that he has. He's definitely self-determined. He'll get up in the morning and be out the door before anyone else sometimes, and he heads off to Courtney Place. He's got such a cool crew of people down there, and like some of the guys like on the push bikes, the courier guys, they let him actually have a go on the old walkie-talkie, and I've been there and he's had like 20-minute conversations with them, just like over the mic, you know, yes, it's fine, take it home, you know, just hard out. And they love him to bits, and, you know, his regulars down there, the people who stop and say hello to Tim every day, they love him to bits. And those are his friends, you know. He's like, I'm going to Courtney Place to see my friends. He also has places where he goes and he's been going for years, absolute years, you know, and getting free things like coffee. He gets free coffee at Cafe La Fare. He goes to Downstage a bit as well. He has a lot of regular pubs, which he isn't frequenting as much now, which is great.
We see Tim usually once a day, mostly once a day, just after he's been to Cafe La Fare. And he stays here probably maybe 10 minutes if we're lucky, and talks to all of us and then moves on.
What we love him for is his sense of humour, and he does have that cheeky grin and that sense of humour. I remember one day when he was in the scribbling stage, that he was out the front of our workshop here by the filing cabinets and writing a lot. And I kneeled down next to the filing cabinet to file some stuff away, and he looked down at me, patted me on the head and said, "Nice haircut, Ian," and laughed his head off. I think he does come out with some gems sometimes. He's an amazing character.
Yours.
You're down to Courtney Place now, are you?
Yep.
We'll see you later. Thanks.
Coming in today, Tom? Yes. Are you going to have a haircut?
Yeah,
You're going to have a haircut now? How did we meet? Well, I reckon it would have been about 5 years ago that I actually met him. I probably saw him for about 6 months or a year before that, just walking the streets of Wellington, really. And when he used to go to the art school around the corner, down Alpha Street, that's when I used to see him more, and he'd just walk past, and then we just started saying hello to each other, eh, really? Yeah. Yeah. And from about 5 years ago, we just started talking, and then I started finding out what Tim got up to and all his art, and then one day he asked for my phone number.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, of course, I gave him my phone number, and then for about 2 years, 2.5 years, eh?
Yeah.
He started phoning me every night, without fail. And that's pretty much how it went, really. And so, yeah, 2.5 years of having a conversation with Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. Oh, yeah. Sexy.
I reckon he's had a pretty good upbringing from his dad. His dad still has a major part in his life, and I think Tim's been allowed a lot of choices. I think he's always listened to Tim. You know, Tim's not the kind of guy who's timid. I think he was always given the option of saying how he felt and letting you know, and he doesn't have any violent tendencies or anything like that. He's just purely a talking guy, you know, and I think that's because he had his father and his mother obviously had a lot of time for him when he was young, I'd say.
We knew from the beginning that he was Downs, and we treated him like all the other kids, you know. Did exactly the same things as they would have done earlier on. He could see and feel whether people responded to him very, very well, and sort of like almost innate in him. And we were always very surprised how quickly he bonded with people that he felt really liked him. And he stayed at Coromandel Street till he was 17. And Tim loved it there. Then he went to Rongotai College, and he was there for 3 years. Tim used to sometimes disappear on them. They used to be found out at the roadside welcoming busloads of football players or something like that. So they became a sort of mascot, really. So when he came out of politics after 2 years, it was, I want a job sort of thing. And he actually took himself along to Workbridge. And didn't get a very good reception there, I'll have to say, unfortunately. Didn't quite understand how to deal with him, you know, that kind of handicap. Because we just sort of couldn't get a job, he went to IHC Art Base in Louisa Street at the time. And he was very happy there, actually. He loved painting. After about 2 or 3 years, he started to get a bit just bored with that, and he started visiting neighbouring businesses. And so he just developed from there by making further and further contacts, spreading his wings around Courtenay Place. He regards Courtenay Place as his job, and he's there 5 days a week, basically.
Thank you much.
I think red's a really passionate colour. Tim's a passionate kind of guy.
He did have colour days. There were 5 different colours, and we had clothes for all these colours. There was red, and there was yellow, and there was blue, and there was green, and there was black. Yellow was definitely the weather phase to start with. And if you look at his pictures, they were yellow suns and things like that.
We first met him in the yellow phase, which was also the town crier phase when he was yelling a lot. Then we went through the Canterbury supporter phase, and now we're sort of deeply into the red phase. So we think it's about 10 years, but it's definitely sort of 2.5 phases anyway.
The red now, I think, is more because the fire engines and hot. Everything's hot, so red is hot.
He's got red bedspread, you know, blankets, all his clothes, underwear and socks.
I recently had 6 pairs of red pants made because they're not the gun thing today, the red pants for men at the moment.